Allie, thanks for coming in today. I thought it'd be a good idea to have you come in and meet with me and also speak with Ed. We've been talking for a couple of years now about buying your first home, and so you've been setting aside extra money above and beyond your rent to kind of compensate for the increase in payment, and you've been saving some money for a down payment. So I guess maybe start out by telling us why you're thinking you want to buy a home instead of starting to rent or continuing to rent.
Well, with renting, I just feel like I've been doing that for my whole life. I've been leasing a car, renting a home, or this or that. And I just think I'm ready to invest in myself, invest in my future, just get to the point where maybe someday in the future I'll have it paid off and I won't have to be worrying about that. Also, I'm interested in the future possibly renting my home as well if it's not my forever home.
So you kind of hit all the major reasons for wanting to own as opposed to rent. You want to start building some equity and building some wealth as opposed to making somebody else wealthy and building their equity. I think we got the financial planning aspect of it with your payment adjustment and your down payment ready to go. What questions do you have for Ed, I guess, about the home buying process?
I think basically, Ed, where do I start?
Well, there's two things we can do to start. The first thing is I can set you up a home search. We have a program that will send you the new homes as soon as they hit the market. The biggest thing with this is it's a time saver. Because say you're looking at homes in 4 different cities, every day to go on Realtor.com or Zillow, Trulia, or Homes.com and search all those different cities for your home, it could be very time consuming.
It's overwhelming.
Yes.
It's very
Yes.
overwhelming because I do it in my spare time anyways.
Yes, very overwhelming. So this program will send you the list of all the new homes that hit in those areas, meeting your criteria every day.
Awesome.
The second thing is I want to get you referred off to a good local lender. Locally here, Simple Mortgage is great. Icon Mortgage is great. Use someone at a local company. Don't go to whoever necessarily advertises the most. You want to go to somebody like a local mortgage brokerage where you're not just a number.
Right.
Like the person that you're dealing with actually cares about you. And as soon as they're done with one section of it, you don't want to be handed off to the next person down the road. Now, when you're talking to the lender, they're going to have a lot of different loan options for you. FHA, it's a very popular program. It's just 3.5% down. Then you have rural development. So in some of the rural areas, you can do an RD loan if you meet credit and income requirements. And then there's always the conventional. You can do conventional loans from 3% down to 20% down, really all across the board.
What are your thoughts on, do you have a good idea of what you want? Are you looking for a little bit of a fixer-upper, or you want kind of a move-in ready situation?
I'm definitely okay with a fixer-upper. I feel like I love the character of older home. I am capable of doing some of my own work on it. My dad is also super great with that kind of stuff. Yeah. And also my parents have purchased older homes to rent out.
Between what you have personal life experience and Ed's experience, and of course your parents' experience, you feel like you can go into the home and get a pretty good idea what you're capable of fixing and not, with maybe being able to avoid an inspection, which from my understanding is attractive to sellers.
Yeah, inspections are attractive to sellers. And if you're looking for an older home and you're good with a little handyman special, I think one of the best things, first things to look at is it's kind of like, when was the house built? Homes built in the 1950s or later, they're going to be less of a money pit than houses built before 1950. And then when you write an offer on a house, try and keep that inspection period as short as you possibly can. And in a competitive market like we're in now, there's going to be a lot of multiple offers. And the one who either has no home inspection or the shortest home inspection period you can is going to have the upper hand over someone that wants to wait 10 days to get a home inspection.
What is another way or any other ways that I could make my offer more attractive?
There's so much more to an offer than the price. One of the first things you can do, one of the easiest things you can do, is just write a big deposit. What's it matter if you put $5,000 down today or $5,000 down in 30 days? Short inspection periods is another big one. If you don't want to overpay, but you don't want to lose the house by, say, $500 or $1,000 also, there's something that's called an escalation agreement that we use often. I had one the other day that we submitted an offer for $165, and we got it for $165. They had an escalation in that deal for up to $175. But at that case, we were the highest one at $165, so we got it for $165.
How many homes should I be looking at? I know that people get really emotionally invested in when they find a home. what's your advice
Yeah.
there?
That's a great
Everybody's
question.
Yeah, it is. And everybody's different in that manner. And I've had people that first house I show them, they buy it. But they've been shopping online for 3 years and they knew everything that they didn't like and they'd driven by 40 homes before that. So like when you're shopping for a house, I'd always just recommend that you would drive by the houses because you'll rule out probably half the houses that you wanted to see just by driving by. You don't know what the neighbor's going to be like. You don't know if it's next to train tracks. The yard could just be destroyed. The yard could be too small, house too close to the road, driveway too long, you don't want to shovel it. There's all these little factors that play into it.
And I really appreciate you coming in and
Yeah.
working with me and
Thanks
Allie
for having me.
kind of through this
Yeah,
process.
thank you.
I think it adds a lot of value to get, different perspectives other than just the financial.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me.